Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode number 505 of NoDQ&A Video right here on NoDQ.com, as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A Video's affiliate, RingsideNews.com. This is the 6th video that I've posted in 7 days. Crazy how I've been able to get this many videos done, but when there's a lot to talk about, it's easier to pump out these videos. Make sure you check them all out if you haven't already. Go on NoDQ.com, go on the YouTube channel, and check out all the videos. I think there's at least an hour of discussion when you add up all the videos. So a lot of stuff that I put out there. Make sure you check it out. All right, let's get down to your questions now from spring.me/AaronRift. First one comes from Noel804. Hey Aaron, congrats on 500 episodes. Here's my question. What do you think about WWE possibly suing CM Punk for breach of contract? Do you think that this situation could force him to return to WWE? I think that in the end, cooler heads will prevail. I think that WWE is clearly frustrated about CM Punk leaving, and who can blame them for that. But at the same time, I don't really see much coming out of this unless CM Punk decides to wrestle for another wrestling promotion, especially TNA. If he did that, I could see them trying to take legal action to at least stop that from happening. But if CM Punk stays out of the wrestling business and just keeps a low profile and does other projects, I think WWE will, for the most part, just let it go and try to not burn that bridge with him. And I'm sure CM Punk doesn't want to burn a bridge with WWE either. I think that if CM Punk wants to wrestle again, he'll come back to WWE. I think the fact that he left means he is completely burned out and just doesn't want to do it right now. So I think in the end, the relationship will heal itself, and one day we'll see CM Punk back in a WWE ring. If I had to make a bet, if I had to put money down in Las Vegas, I would say, yes, CM Punk will come back to WWE someday, whether it be in the ring or going into the Hall of Fame or whatnot. I do think he'll return sometime down the line. All right, this one comes from Baller W Shades. Hey Aaron, why did the WWE edit out Daniel Bryan from WrestleMania 30 when he headlined the show? Is this a sign of bad things to come for Bryan? Well, it could be several reasons. It could be that because Daniel Bryan is out of action right now, they want to focus on the guys that are currently active in WWE, the guys that are on television every week. Those are the guys that WWE wants to have showcased on this WrestleMania special. On the other hand, it could be a sign that WWE or the network, they don't feel that Daniel Bryan winning at WrestleMania 30 was a highlight of the show. With Undertaker's streak ending, clearly that was the biggest moment of WrestleMania, with all due respect to Daniel Bryan. And John Cena is John Cena. He is the face of the company, so they want to showcase him as well. And when it comes to Hulk Hogan's talking segment with The Rock and Steve Austin, I mean, the three biggest stars in the history of WWE in the ring at the same time. So, I mean, that's a historic moment as well. So I can kind of understand the reasoning behind not having Bryan featured. And if it's just a WrestleMania special, obviously they can't show everything. So the fact that, Bryan is out of action right now, I mean, I'm guessing that's more of the reason why he's not featured. But at the same time, they have other stuff that they want to feature and that they feel is more appealing to a mainstream casual wrestling audience. All right, this one comes from DJW6969. What's up, Aaron? Please answer in video. What's your take on the end of Impact? Snitsky and Ezekiel Jackson. I find it quite entertaining and unpredictable in my opinion. I don't really have much of an issue with it just because they're only in for a short period of time and it's just part of this storyline with Dixie Carter, and I'm not going to spoil anybody who hasn't seen the spoilers for Destination X. But, if they were coming back and going to be full-time and regulars in TNA, I might have an issue with it because I think that TNA needs to avoid using ex-WWE guys whenever possible. But at the same time, I think it's done by design in a way to purposely make Dixie Carter look like she's out of touch, that she's bringing back these former WWE guys. She has that real life reputation, and maybe they're just trying to make that a storyline now where Dixie's just so clueless that she doesn't know any better than to just bring back former WWE guys to have her back. So yeah, I mean, no problem with it if they're just around for the short haul. All right, this one comes from Gravy Sticks. Will you help start a Brock's gonna kill you chant at SummerSlam? Please, LOL. I'm down for it. I mean, I got a bunch of people that will be coming with me to SummerSlam, and I'll see what they think. Maybe we can all try to get that chant going. I'm sure a lot of people will try to get that chant going, and especially people watching this video that are going to SummerSlam. Go ahead, do that chant at SummerSlam. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping the crowd doesn't do the usual "Let's go Cena, Cena sucks" stuff. I hope people just chant "Brock Lesnar is gonna kill you" and just do pro Brock Lesnar chants. And I'm expecting that at SummerSlam. I think that crowd is going to be very anti-Cena, and they are going to want to see Brock just destroy him. So it should be a fun atmosphere. I think that the heat for that match will be really strong. And some people have commented saying LA's not a good crowd. The thing about the LA crowd is, for the big events like SummerSlam, the fans tend to cheer when there's something that is quality. They don't cheer for everything. If you put a bad product out there in front of them, they will not react. So that's the kind of crowd that LA is. They are very picky. They want quality entertainment, and I think that the LA crowds are usually pretty good. Not obviously not the best or the most enthusiastic crowds at times, but I think that they are they do have good judgment when it comes to quality wrestling on WWE television. And another question here from Gravy Sticks. A lot of people point to the sponsors' complaints being a major factor in ending the Attitude Era. Given the success of a lot of the adult-oriented programming like Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, and Walking Dead, it seems to me as long as ratings are good, it shouldn't matter. Well, keep in mind that those shows are adult dramas designed for adult audiences. With WWE, the thing is, and even during the Attitude Era, they were marketing to kids. I mean, during the Attitude Era, you had Stone Cold Steve Austin bed sets and DX, youth T-shirts for kids, and then the dolls and all that stuff. So even then, during the Attitude Era, WWE was still marketing and trying to get kids to buy merchandise and products from WWE. So, when you're doing that, you really have to be careful. And when WWE wants a lucrative relationship with companies like Mattel, you really have to watch yourself, and you have to tone down the product a little bit. So it's just WWE trying to have more mainstream sponsorships. And when they're a company that has kids watching and you're marketing to kids, you gotta tone it down a little bit at times. All right, this one comes from Ambrose Long. What in your opinion is the lowest method WWE has used to gain cheap heat from a crowd? Well, there's a couple that I could think off the top of my head. Going way back when they did the whole Sergeant Slaughter heel turn for WrestleMania 7, using the real-life war with Iraq to generate heat for a character. It kind of backfired on them because they were originally going to run at the LA Coliseum, and once they started doing the angle, people rejected it, and they had to move the event to the LA Sports Arena. In more recent years, the Muhammad Hassan thing as well, and also from a few years back, around the same time actually, 2005, after Eddie Guerrero died, having Randy Orton come out and say that Eddie's in hell and all that stuff, that was pretty low, using somebody's death to get heel heat in the storyline. But the excuse was Eddie would have wanted that, and do whatever it takes. And that is the attitude of some people in the wrestling business. If it's good for business, there's no line that cannot be crossed, and people will go with anything in order to get heat and sell tickets. All right, one more question here from Mario LOL11. Hey Aaron, what are your thoughts on Crimson being done with TNA after having a good long winning streak, and after he comes back after injury, he's done. What's up with that? Crimson is one hell of a wrestler and could do great things with the company. Well, I never really saw that much in him. He never really stood out to me personally as somebody who could be a major superstar. But then again, this is TNA we're talking about, and TNA is not exactly masters at marketing superstars and making talent larger than life. So who knows? I mean, if Crimson had gotten a shot in WWE, maybe they could have made something out of him. But the fact that he hasn't been in WWE, that could tell you something right there, that they don't really see anything in him either. So I don't know. I mean, maybe WWE will give him a shot at some point, and he'll have an opportunity that he didn't have in TNA. With TNA, it's really hard to say who could break out and be a major superstar, just because TNA, a lot of times, they don't seem to have a clue as to what they're doing in terms of marketing and building a character up and just making them something special. Alright, that'll do for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Thanks as always for watching. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the very latest regarding SummerSlam. If you enjoyed today's video, please share it on Facebook and Twitter. And I will see you guys next time for more.